Hey, history fans, matBrookline here. It's May 6th, 2008, and you are tuning into matLine. So let's get down to history. Well, in a second. First off, I added a new light source to balance it. See, I don't know if this looks better, and I'm wearing blue today. I hope that's okay. Anyway, I guess let's get straight to it. In 1527. Spanish and German troops sacked Rome for not the old Rome, but Rome like the Renaissance Rome, which is what most people consider to be the end of the Renaissance. So all good thoughts and thinking and productive reasoning went out the door because the Spanish and Germans were in a sacking mood. And then 1536, Henry VIII, King of England, did something good, interesting. No, I'm just kidding. He did lots of great things. He's a king. Of course he did great things. I mean, don't all rulers do great things? He made a law that there be a translated Bible in every church. 1682, Louis the XIV, moved his court to Versailles, which of course would lead to his eventual beheading. Then 1877, going to America, Crazy Horse, the Oglala Sioux chief, was surrendered to the U.S. Army in Nebraska. In 1882, America passed the Chinese Exclusion Act, making us lumping us in with every other country that's ever mistreated people. So, I think that's fun that we think we're so, high and mighty and that we don't do anything. And when we had like the internment camps, we had the eugenics, we had the Chinese Exclusion Act, we treated the Irish like dirt. But hey, we're America. We do everything better, and we see ourselves in this light where we've never done any wrong. And if you look back, you can see some of the things we've done, and Hitler used America. He told it when he was on war trials. He said that he got the idea for eugenics and the idea for sterilizing people and everything from America. So, something to think about. 1889, the Eiffel Tower was opened to the public, and then in 1937, back to Germany, oddly enough, 36 people died when the Hindenberg exploded, which was actually in New Jersey where it exploded. But I don't know, it's just that's terrible. It's a tragedy, and but the Hindenburg always makes me think of Indiana Jones or just blimps in general. And maybe if you're lucky, I don't know if I'm going to. I'm not promising anything, but I'm thinking about maybe like reenacting the Hindenburg somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That'd be ridiculous. In 1945, still on the note of Germans, and this is straying from everything else I've done so far, but I've never actually talked about World War I or World War II, I don't think. But I just wanted to say something, because this is not so much a battle or anything, but Axis Sally, who was the German woman that talked on the Allies' airwaves and kind of tried to dishearten, or make them crestfallen, dishearten them, break their spirit, with just negative messages and everything. Her last message was today. Her first message was on December 11th, 1941, but so today is when she gave up. And then 1994, skipping ahead a few years, was the day that the Queen and the French guy, the Queen of England and some French guy, officially opened the Channel Tunnel, or the Channel. So I think that's pretty impressive work of engineering ability, where we built this tunnel down under that. I mean, that's so much weight, so much water, so much earth, so much. I'm impressed. The channel is an impressive feat of engineering. In 2001, John Paul II, the Pope of the Catholic Church, became the first Pope to enter a mosque. So I thought that's interesting because, it's not like that religion's new, and they would have plenty of opportunities, especially during the whole fighting and everything. And maybe it's just I found it interesting that it had never happened before until today. 7 years ago. So that's the history. Birthdays, I'm going to actually throw in an extra birthday because I know one that I think is important, some of you won't think is important, and vice versa. Willie Mays, the amazing, amazing baseball player. Bob Seger, the amazing, amazing musician. Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of England, who was like the assistant to America, to George Bush, and then George Clooney. Now on to a little bit of news. Just right before I'm posting this, I saw the most recent death toll in Myanmar, and it's up to 22,000 dead and 41,000 missing, and those are just astronomical numbers. I mean, it's getting to that point where, who was talking about this the other day? Oh, about that the artist with the dog. I know SXE Phil talked about it, but it's got to that point where the numbers are so huge that it's becoming more of numbers and less of people, and I think that's terrible. And I think we need to remember that those are all people, and that's just something that's really happened. That cyclone, which is, in case you're wondering, if you're thinking cyclone as in tornado, it's more of cyclone as in hurricane, and it dropped in just one place, that the city where the most have died, I can't remember the name of it, Ball or something, I can't. 20 inches of rain and 240 km/h winds, which is somewhere around 150. I'm not positive if that's right. That's just, and it was for 10 hours. That's appalling. I mean, amazing, and the power of nature, but it's terrible that it happened. And then on to more terrible news. Interpol has set out searching for a pedophile, and I'm going to send you a link to the Interpol website, down here, Interpol's website, because they need the world to help find this guy. He's a terrible, terrible human being, and he has hundreds of pictures of him and kids, and it's just terrible, and he needs to be stopped. And last time Interpol got involved in something like this, it took 10 days, and they caught the guy. So let's help. Do if you can. If you can help, help. If you can't, you know. And then last in the news is today is the primary in Indiana and North Carolina, and they're saying if Hillary doesn't do well, that she should drop out. Well, tough. Don't drop out, Hillary. You're in it to win it. You're my girl. You got to do it. So yeah, rate, comment, fave, subscribe, anything. I would love it if you did that. You're amazing, all of you. You're great. And just remember to put your dead meat in the freezer and put on your Sunday best, because it's Arbor Day, baby.